Hey you guys, welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. Today we are doing a pick a card video on what people think about you. So if you're curious what people are currently thinking about you, what they are saying, what they're feeling, what the vibe is around you, then stay tuned and watch this video. And please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, put on your push notification so that you won't miss another video from me, and share it if you feel so inclined. And let's get into the three piles that we are working with today. So over here we have pile 1 with the Amethyst. Here we have pile 2 with the Malachite. And here we have pile 3 with the Pyrite. So take your time and tune into the pile that speaks most to you. And once you've got that, you can fast forward using the timestamps below to get your own reading. And I will see you all there. Thank you so much. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So your first card over here is the King of Cups. So it seems like you are a very sensitive soul, kind-hearted person. We are using the Star Child Tarot deck today. One of my favorite decks ever, and one of my starter decks that I used when I first started reading tarot. We have Serenity. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Wands. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. And we also have the Page of Cups. And just because the space over here is going to drive me crazy, I'm going to pull one more card. What people think about you, what people say about you. Awakening. Okay, cool. So group 1, what I'm getting for your pile is I think that people find you to be a very calm person, and it seems like you're a person who lets your intuition guide you because you have serenity. I do want to say though, as I was shuffling your cards, I was almost feeling like you are so intuitive, but you can let your intuition be your downfall sometimes. And sometimes you can get so attached to your intuition, and then you start to question yourself and you start to wonder if what you're seeing is really reality. And so I think that's why the Serenity card is next to the 5 of Pentacles here. So any kind of self-doubt or self-questioning, just try and get rid of that as much as you can. I know it's really hard, but I'm seeing that once all of this comes into alignment, this representing the current self-doubt, then I'm seeing that things are going to get much better for you. I'm seeing that other people find you to be such a hardworking person. You're also a very authentic person. You would never overpromise and underdeliver. In fact, you would do quite the opposite. You would underpromise and overdeliver. I'm seeing that the quality of your work is absolutely fantastic. You are also really good at keeping secrets. You're a very honest person, a very trustworthy person. I think you're kind of quiet, but you also have like a fun side to your personality, and people really enjoy that about you. And to me, it feels like everyone is on this constant quest to draw the fun side of your personality out of you. And they almost want to see more of you, more of who you are at your soul and your ideas. And I feel like you can be a little bit reserved sometimes, even if it's unintentional. And so people are always trying to see what's inside, what is more of them. I want to see that. And that's something that a lot of people are currently thinking about you. It's almost like if I was someone who was trying to become friends with you, I would feel so honored if you asked me to hang out, but I would still feel like a little awkward and still like I was walking or tiptoeing a little bit because you are reserved. And it's not because you're not warm, because you are warm. You're warm and you're sweet and you're lovely in every way, but you are a little bit reserved. And so I'm seeing that some people just don't really know where they stand with you, and they almost want to get closer to you, but they're not sure if that's something that you would like. And I feel like some of you might do a really cool profession or something that's really, really unique, because to me, it feels like people really admire you and look up to you, and they almost want to learn skills from you too, but they really want to be mindful of your time and your energy, and they don't want to drain you or burn you out. But I'm being drawn to this woman, and I'm seeing this beautiful healing light around her, and also this purple and this green thing that she's wearing. And it feels like she's very unique, and she has all of these esoteric secrets and knowledge, and it almost feels like people really want access to this, but they don't know how to get more of it. So you have the Six of Wands and the Seven of Wands, so I'm just going to guess that you are a pretty charged person in your working style. I feel like you're very productive. You're a fast worker. You can charge ahead. Once you put your mind to a goal, you're definitely going to achieve it. You are not the type of person to give up. Even when things are rough, I see that you're the type of person who's going to push through, and you come at tough projects with a lot of inspiration. And that's something that people really like about you. They love the fact that you don't get dissuaded when something is hard. Like if there's a hard problem, instead of getting dissuaded by it, you actually lean into it. You're excited by it. You find it to be very interesting. It's something that you want to work on more, and you want to be more innovative and really like lean into your capacity to be more creative and to grow things, because I'm seeing that that's a really beautiful skill that you have. And I'm also seeing that people think that you literally make things come to life. It's like you have this power to make magic happen. And I feel like you're a really fast worker or something like that, because there's a lot of wand energy here. And so you might not even think you're that fast, but you're very thorough and you're also very productive, and people love that about you. And a lot of people have no idea how much you have on your plate, but I see that you're juggling a lot. Like you have a lot of different balls in the air, but people are really impressed by that and they think that you're so talented. But my message to you just personally is just make sure that you don't burn yourself out, and just be a little bit more cautious with your energy at times, because I'm seeing that you're such a talented person, but I'm seeing that this could lead to energy drain. So just be cognizant of that. Okay, I'm also seeing that you might have some copycats out there, and I would take it as a form of flattery, but I'm getting this impression that other people kind of want to be you. There's a lot of images in these cards that make me think that people really look up to you. They almost want to copy you. They almost want to be you. You're the type of person who is like a superstar for them. And I'm getting that you're a very genuine person. You're very kind and giving. And I would just say, hey, that's beautiful and that's amazing, but definitely energetically protect yourself. So just make sure that you're only taking on what you can handle and that you are setting boundaries. I feel like that's really important to you. I also do want to say that I think that other people find you beautiful. You have this magical quality, this etheric quality, or handsome. I'm getting drawn to all of these stars and all this magical energy in these cards, and I really feel like people think that you're exquisite. They think that your skin is glowing. They think that you have a really nice nose as well, is what Spirit is saying. And people think that you're very book smart too. So it feels like you either are good at studying, or you are pursuing an education, or you just have a background where you would be very book smart. Like you have an analytical side to you that makes people respect you. And that's something I would hang on to, because I'm seeing that that's actually going to help you set really good boundaries throughout the course of your life. All right, my loves, I hope that this helped you. I hope it gave you some clarity and guidance. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Let me know in the comments down below if you found it accurate. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what other people think about you. And your first card over here is the Queen of Cups. So today we are using the Star Child Tarot deck. And I'm getting the sense that other people really like you. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the World. You have the Ten of Swords. The Star. We have the High Priestess. Six of Swords. The Magician. The Four of Pentacles. And last but not least, the 10 of Cups. All right, pile 2. So as I'm tapping into you, it's very interesting because there's all these different energies that are present in this pile. We have the sword energy. We also have a lot of major arcana cards. So we have the world here. We have the star here. We have the high priestess and the magician. And whenever I see major arcana cards, what this means to me is that your personality and who you are in the world is very significant. And this is going to sound like a very strange thing to say, but I'm going to try my best to explain it. The energy that you hold is almost like this energy when other people meet you, they feel that you are significant. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to really like you or really dislike you. It literally just means that energetically your vibration feels important. It's almost like you walk into a room and you take up space energetically. People can't help but not notice your presence. So it's very interesting. I'm getting the sense that actually people have like mixed feelings, right, about you sometimes, but I'm going to go into that in more depth. I feel that for the most part, those who know you think that you are extremely sweet. You are this person who is very protective of their friends. You're very loyal. You're extremely committed. I see that if you commit to someone or something, it's like your eye is on the prize and you are never going to let go of that. And that is something that people truly appreciate about you. And I also want to say there's something about you that is very visually striking. It's either your eyes, your hair, maybe even the jewelry or clothes or adornments that you wear. To me, it feels like you're very unique. And this could even be in a somewhat dramatic way at times. Like you might literally have a flair, or you might choose to wear like specific clothes that make you stand out. I feel that people cannot help but notice you. And so here we have the Queen of Cups, and it's funny. It's like you have this very sweet soul internally, but you might also be really protective, and you might almost have this like mama bear energy that comes out if someone like doesn't treat your friends well, for example. Like you could be very protective. You could almost be a little catty, but I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying it's like coming from a place of deep love and protection. And it's very interesting. I almost get the sense that some people are a little bit intimidated by you. And it's not like anything that you really do. It's just your energetic vibration is so strong that they can't help but feel that way. So with the Queen of Cups, as I was saying, you have a beautiful soul. You are filled with love, but see how the woman on this card is like pretty intense? Like she looks determined and she has this look in her eyes. I kind of get this vibe from some of you. And to me, that just means that, you know, not everyone understands you deeply. And we have the High Priestess clarifying this card. So I feel like people are trying to understand you. There are many people who are very curious about you. And I'm getting very much drawn to these cats. So we have this beautiful jaguar, cheetah figure, and then this tiger. And you literally are kind of like a wild cat. Like you can't be controlled. If your eyes are set on something, you're gonna do it. Nobody's gonna tell you otherwise. Like this is the type of group where if you said, I want to be famous and I'm gonna make it happen, I would believe you. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I totally believe you. That sounds spot on. So it's almost like people know that you have this reverence about you, but they don't always know how to be on your same wavelength. But they really like you. They think that you're cool. They think you have style, all of that stuff. I'm going to skip over here to the World and the Magician because it's a little easier to read it that way, just where the energy is being led. So for me, what I'm seeing is, first of all, you are a very intuitive person, and that also is why you're holding such an intense vibration. When I tap into the World here, there's like this light glowing above this woman's head, and that is exactly who you are. You get downloads, you get visions, you have dreams. You really do trust your intuitive guidance, and other people see that. And at times it might even scare some people, especially if they are very traditional types of people. You are not. You are very unconventional in the way that you think. You are innovative. You have a lot of Aquarian energy around you, actually. And I feel that you're destined to do something great. And it's funny because I know this is a general pick a card, so take what resonates, leave the rest. But when I'm tuning into your personality and what other people think about you, it really seems like you are not meant to be of the norm. Like conventionality in any sense just completely bores you. and you want to do something different. And that can show up in many different areas of your life. You might, not have a traditional relationship, or you might decide to get married in like a strange way, or just do it as like a on a whim kind of activity. Or you might have a very alternative profession. You might be in the healing arts. You might be a painter, for example. All of these things are beautiful, and all of these are kind of unconventional by traditional society standards. But you know me, I don't really care about that stuff. And so to me, this is really cool. And I love seeing this. And I feel that you have like a lot of creativity as well. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you are very interested in working with your hands. You might make things. You might be very interested in textiles, art. You might even like pottery and things like that. I'm just seeing these are all different examples of things that you'd be interested in. And I also see that you have the desire to travel the world. And I see you going to places like South America, like little towns, like places that are kind of off the grid. And I feel that this is really cool. And once again, sometimes people don't know how to react to that when they meet you and you've been all over the place. They're like, wow, it's hard to place you somewhere. And so basically what this reading comes down to is you're the type of person who just cannot be put into a box in any shape of the word. And so when we see the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, I'm now understanding what that means from spirit. It's like society might try and place you in a box, and yet here you are, you're stepping away from that and you're stepping out of it, and that's why you are not society standards. You're quite the opposite. And in that, you have your own security. So it might feel like during the course of your life, you have like a million little deaths. That's the words I'm hearing from spirit. It feels like you're going to have to look at all of these different unique parts of your personality and think about how the heck am I going to fit into this human world? And it can be really hard at times, but I'm seeing that you're always going to find your places and your environments and your pockets, and you're always going to meet the right people for you. And as long as you stay determined, you're really going to find the people that light you up. Because even when the external environment, which is represented by all of these swords, is very sharp and judgmental and cutting, it's like here you are, you're in the center, and you're able to find your own network, even though the external environment can totally suck sometimes. And I'm seeing you having all of these like healers and artists and writers and teachers, like people who want to be liberated. That's your group, that's your soul family, and you fit right in the center of that, and you're actually a very inspiring person, even to those people. Because of your energetic vibration, your capacity for creativity, your determination, people really respect that in you. And the only people who can't get you are, frankly, people who are just a little bit too boring to try and understand. And so even if you face issues during your life where it feels like, oh, there's some friction with this person, well, who really cares? Because that person is living in a box and you're not. And so that energy is not matched in the first place. So you're very secure in who you are, even though I see you questioning things at times, like how do I fit in? It actually doesn't matter. You're actually very happy with who you are at a soul level, and you have the Star and you have the 10 of Cups, and this is beautiful. I truly feel like you're a healer. You're sent to this earth to heal in your own way, shape, or form. It might be completely different than doing spiritual work. It might be something else, something artistic, writing, could even be research, philosophy, any of those things for this pile would really make sense. It could even be like an innovative thing, like you could use technology to help up-level the planet. And I'm just seeing that you are going to do something big with your life. Now, when I say that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you yourself are going to be famous, but you might create a product and be the name behind the product. You might choose to stay anonymous, but whatever it is that you do, you're going to create a huge change in the world. And your purpose is actually to shift that narrative that everyone should live in a box. And you're going to be a huge catalyst to helping other people see that living in a box is actually not that enjoyable and not that fulfilling. And so as long as you stay dedicated to that mission, I see you having a lot of success. I also see you being able to kind of be like different people. There's 3 women on this card, and it's the same woman, but it's all different parts of who she is. And I see you showing up in different ways throughout your life. That could even be visually, like you might completely change your hair or your style or even your name or your career. And none of that matters, because at the end of the day, your energetic vibration is the same, and it's just different facets of your energy. So I hope that this was interesting to you, and I hope it helped you. If it did, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to check out my spiritual courses at the links down below. You can also book personal readings with me and coaching sessions. I'm not currently taking any coaching clients until March 2023 if you're watching this live, but in the meantime, please check out my courses, and you can always book readings or Reiki, and those are just one-off sessions. You can book them at the links down below, and I would love to see you. All right, my loves, thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye. All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what other people think about you. You got the 4 of Wands as your first card, and today we are using the Star Child Tarot deck. So let's see what comes through. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords. The 3 of Swords. The 5 of Cups. The 4 of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. All right, you guys, so let's get started. So how I usually read is this top row are the main cards, and then these are clarifiers of the cards above. And that is how I'm gonna conduct your piles reading today. So the first thing I'm getting is I feel you're a very sociable person. I also feel that you have a very sweet heart. And I think that you're physically really attractive because I'm hearing that a lot of people are attracted to you. They are attracted to your general personality, your energy. You really have a really sweet energy about you, and people can feel that from the first moment that they see you. And so with the 4 of Wands as the first card, this is extremely positive because the 4 of Wands is a card where things are magical, things are joyful. This is commonly known as the marriage card, and I am honestly not joking when I say I think that you have a lot of potential suitors, and almost the energy I get is as if a lot of people would want to marry you. It's like you would be a lot of people's perfect partner. And I know this is going to sound funny to you because I'm seeing that you are quite a humble person, but we have the 3 of Swords here. And when I saw this, I knew that this doesn't actually have anything to do with your personality. This is actually about other people liking you, feeling attracted to you, but feeling like they just have no chance or like they can't break into your energy, and almost like you are out of their league is the vibe that I'm getting. So I wouldn't take this 3 of Swords as anything more intense than that, because the 4 of Wands as the first card is always the energy of the pile and the reading. So I do want to say that you're a very creative person, and I feel that you have a way with words, and you also have a way with images, graphics, color. Like, you have a very sensitive part of you, and it comes to life through beautiful things like writing, and for some of you, art. But definitely the words is what I keep hearing from Spirit. You have very powerful words. It's in the way that you speak, which comes across as very sensitive and sweet, but also in your writing. Like, I think that your written communication is very clear. People can understand it easily, and there's something about it that's eloquent or beautiful. So some of you might have studied English, or you might love reading, or you might write poetry, or even short stories. So that's what I'm seeing for this pile. And it's interesting because you're carrying the archetype of a writer spiritually. And so we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Emperor, these both being major arcana cards. For some reason, when I'm seeing these cards, I keep being called to your writing. And so I feel that you have a community and you have people that admire you, and your next step or your next level up is really getting your voice out there. And for many of you, it will actually be in the form of your writing. So if you do feel called to writing, if what I'm saying resonates with you, then take this as a very clear sign to go in that direction. And it is coming across really strong. So I know it's not just for one person out there. It's definitely for a couple of you at least. So let me know in the comments down below if that resonates, if you're writing, and how you're planning, if you are planning, to bring that forward into the world. I know I've shared this with some of you before, but I'm a writer, and I was a writer long before I ever did tarot or spiritual work. And so, as a lot of us know, writing is a form of healing, and that is a way that you can really help lift the collective consciousness So please follow it if you feel that any part of this resonates. So I'm seeing that you have a very pure soul. I'm seeing other people think that you're gorgeous. They think you're very attractive. They almost think that you look like you walked out of some kind of movie set or fairy tale. And it's not in the way that you look like some fashionista. It's almost in this like British Rose kind of way. And of course, however you identify, just, take that description and tweak it a little bit to whatever resonates. But it's like a very pure way is what I want to say. And if you look at this woman on this card, she's kind of like a fairy or a nymph-like energy. And I truly believe other people see you this way. You have an innocence about you and a purity that a lot of people don't have. And that's partly energetic, but also partly just in your caring nature. You're a really sweet, caring person. You're the type of person who will go out of your way to do anything for people, and you really want to connect with them. I am also seeing that at times you may have been taken advantage of, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, and you may easily fall into the trap of having uneven relationships. And so there's kind of like a bright and dark side to every trait. And so the darker side is this Five of Cups energy. And how I'm reading this is people who maybe don't have the best intentions. Maybe they're very attractive on the surface, right? But they could take advantage of your sweet nature. And I think you tend to see the best in everyone. So I'm just seeing your spirit guides are showing me like a visualization of wolves. And I love wolves as animals. But in this specific visualization, what they're saying is, be careful of people that are like wolves in sheep's clothing, that masquerade as being really attractive, as someone that could be a great potential partner. Unfortunately, there are a couple people who are more takers than givers, and just be careful of those people, because I do see there's a couple people who kind of take advantage at times. So just be a little bit careful of that and be wise about who you are surrounding yourself with. At the same time, what I want to say is you're exceptionally talented. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you have won some awards in the past. I'm getting that too. Like some of you might have won awards for a creative pursuit. It could be writing, it could be music, it could even just be like an award that you won in school. But whatever it was, that meant a lot to you. And I'm seeing that you have a very good work ethic, especially when it comes to the things that you're truly passionate about. And so I feel that you're protected, and it almost feels like you might even be like the favorite of people who are in positions of power, whether that be your headmaster, your teachers during school, it could be your boss in the future, right? So I'm just seeing that even though you kind of do go to life by the beat of your own drum, you're also exceptionally talented, and you will get the recognition and the protection of people who are in positions of power. And so we have the Emperor here, and to me, this is their recognition and their respect, and they see your talent, and they really want to not only protect you, but kind of help you get linked up to opportunities. And I'm seeing that it's actually good to take advantage of that. So if any of you are curious about potentially going to school again, or for the first time, whether that be college, master's degree, PhD, any kind of special education would be great for you. And the more niche it is, the better. And so I'm just getting that a lot of these protective figures throughout your life, many will be teachers, and they really will want to help you get through and break through the system, so to speak, and you'll kind of be able to get a leg up, which is really good. And it's all because of your talent. So this is not like some self-serving thing. Like, you have worked for this, and just be willing to receive that when the time comes to you. I feel a lot of you are very intuitive as well. I mean, I can't say it enough. I just keep getting the message that people think you're so attractive. They think you're physically attractive. They think you're very sweet. They think you're very kind, good-natured. You're a kind soul. You're a very sensitive person. You're connected to nature. You're connected to the outdoor world. I feel like this is a weird thing to say, but there are a lot of people out there who are attracted to your physical body. They feel like you really take care of yourself. I'm not sure if you spend a lot of time outdoors, or if you just really love like going on walks, or maybe you even play a sport. But I'm seeing that your physical body is like really beautiful, and you really take good care of it. So to me, it sounds like, other people admire you a lot, basically, is what this reading is saying. And they admire you because not only are you extremely attractive, but you also have a good head on your shoulders, and you're a fair person, and you treat everybody very well. So you have good morals, good ethics, good values, people really like you. They can't really find any flaws in your personality whatsoever. The only thing that's hard for people is, especially when it comes to romantic things, this energy of, they feel that they're out of your league, or on the flip side, they might take advantage. And so obviously for you, what you're gonna find, if you don't have it already, is like that happy medium. And of course that exists out there. So let's move on. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So here I'm getting that you have a sharp mind, but you are a little bit quiet. So it's almost like you're a little mysterious to other people. And I keep getting drawn to education. So maybe some of you are currently in school. Like Spirit is showing me a classroom, and they're showing me this one person in the classroom who's like really smart, but doesn't always speak. However, when they do speak, they say something that is very significant and helps everybody else understand the material better. So this is like you're like the Queen of Swords. You have this very sharp mind. You're actually quite analytical in some ways. You can see two sides to one coin, and you're able to see situations from all different types of angles. And so what Spirit is saying is that's a huge asset, which is going to serve you your entire life. You could definitely get involved in things like psychology, psychotherapy, any kind of clinical work, social work, even theater, for example. Anything that requires you to go into different perspectives regularly would be really good for you, because then you would never get bored. They are also saying writing once again. So all of these things are good disciplines, and it's really because your mind is like a powerhouse, and other people do recognize that. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is because you're so attractive to others and you have such a kind nature about you, one thing is they might mistake you as like just a pretty face or just a handsome face. And once they get to know you more deeply, and especially when they hear your commentary and your perspective on things, that's when they really start to respect you. And that is when they start to be like, oh, wow, this person has a lot more to them than I thought previously. So that's just another thing to be aware of. But it's actually really beautiful, because it's almost like the Queen of Swords is your intellect, and then the Queen of Crystals or Pentacles here, I get drawn to your entire body, and it's like the integration of both the wisdom and the physical features being really attractive all together. Like this woman, the Queen of Pentacles, is somebody who is naturally elegant and poised, and someone who really looks very good, but she's grounded. Like she has reason for this. This is not just on the surface. This is actually her entire character. And so I feel like if there's one card that really symbolizes who you are, it's like this Queen of Pentacles energy. And if you were to put like a little bit of fairy elfin energy with that, that's like the perfect energy of your personality. And you will only become like that even more over the course of your lifetime is what I'm seeing. So another thing, in case this is helpful for those of you who are pursuing education, I'm seeing like higher education for a lot of you. So if you're interested in doing master's, PhD, definitely consider it, because you're energetically carrying it. Some of you are going to conduct research one day, like really interesting research that is important to the field and lights you up. Some of you are going to write books. I see also something about marketing for a couple of you out there. So presentations, anything with communication is absolutely fantastic for this pile. And when I see the Four of Wands, again, it's like this evenness energy across the board with like all of the different things that you can try and do, and with your communication. So keep communicating, like stay exactly as you are, but obviously keep working on yourself. It just feels like you have such a beautiful core to your personality. And as I am doing this reading for you, I'm sitting here as a complete outsider, and I genuinely feel really proud of you and everything that you've done and everything that you have created. So just keep believing in yourself. You're doing an amazing job. I hope that this reading helped you and resonated with you. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. If you would like to give back to the channel, I would love if you would either get a personal reading from me, you can get that at the links down below, or actually joining my classes would be amazing. I just started my coaching academy, so you can get that at the links down below. The classes start pretty cheap, like $5. They go up to $15. If you are able to afford that and you're interested in growing your spiritual knowledge, that is a really great way to stay in touch and to get to know me even better. So thank you so much. I hope this helped you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.